Hey guys, Bearded Logger here. I just wanted to make another little video on something that, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and it's something I don't see talked about a lot in the process of hand filing your chainsaws and getting a good result. And it's something that's so simple that I think a lot of people overlook it, and it plays a pivotal role in getting a razor's edge on the tooth of your saw. There's lots of other methods you can use to sharpen a chainsaw, but if you're in the field and you need something done right now, who has time to get their bench vine grinder or their jig that takes you 45 minutes to sharpen a saw? I mean, if you can follow the lines that are already on your chain that show you the angle and the angle of your gullet, what it's supposed to be cut out at, which most chains show you that right on them, the only other thing left is basically making sure that that cutting edge of your tooth is razor sharp. I'm going to show you something here, get set up on the back of my pickup, which is my personal favorite sharpening bench made, and show you what I'm talking about, my little secret that I think is going to help a lot of people get a finer edge on their saw and just make life a lot easier. Stay tuned. All right guys, so we're set up here on my fancy dancy sharpening bench right here in the corner of my pickup. That's where I put my bar, holds it nice and steady. But anyway, I wanted to go and show you what I think is going to help more people get a razor's edge on their saw than ever before, and that would be a brand new file. Brand new file is going to cut so much better with less effort, not having to push hard on the chain. And when you start pushing really hard on a chain, lots of times the chain will rock over, and that affects all your angles, and it essentially is affecting how well you're going to be able to put an edge on that chain. So one way I'm going to show you here, I got a file here that's been used, I don't know, a dozen times or whatever, but it doesn't take that long for a file to lose its cutting edge, and you can just tell by the sound of it and the way it feels. If you're having to apply mass amounts of pressure on it to get shavings to come off that tooth, well, I think it's counterproductive. You're not going to get a good edge, and you're working way harder than what you need to. Hold on one second and we'll get set up here again, and I'll let you hear what a good file sounds like going on a tooth compared to a worn out file. All right guys, so it's kind of hard to see here, but what I'm really looking for more so than seeing is being able to hear the sound of this file when it goes across this tooth. What's happening here? You can hear it sliding real easy and not really any kind of bite happening, and there's very few shavings coming off of this tooth right here. I mean, if I apply enough pressure and go enough times, I can get an edge on it, but you're not going to get consistent, angles and everything like that. So if we take this file off and put a good file on here that we know is nice and sharp, the sound and everything is going to be totally different as it slides across the tooth. And it's going to put a much finer edge on that tooth of that chain right there. That's just something I wanted to share with you, and I think, like I said, if you can follow the angles that are just plainly printed on the tooth, that's going to be half your battle. And I think having a brand new file, or at least one that cuts exceptionally well, like I said, I change my files out probably every 4 or 5 sharpenings, maybe 6. But after you sharpen, you can feel your file start getting smooth and not cutting like it's supposed to. And that, once that starts happening, you start pushing, and all your angles and your edge and everything, it all starts tailing off because you're working hard and not getting anything done. Always remember, that's why they come in 3-packs. You get a lot of files because you need a lot of files. You're going to use them. You need a good sharp one. Thanks guys.